We rolled into New Orleans after a full day on the road, tired and hungry. But I hadn't picked just any place to crash for the night. Nope, I had booked us into one of the city's most famous haunted hotels, the Cornstalk. We checked in around 6:30 that evening. The front desk lady smiled and casually told us the grandfather clock beside her was haunted. According to her, the clock doesn't actually work, but every now and then, it just starts ticking for no reason. I asked if they'd ever tracked the date, thinking maybe it was tied to an anniversary or some old story. She shrugged. Around here, ghosts don't need reasons. I'd read online before the trip that the hotel's ghosts were known to take pictures of guests while they slept, back in the film camera days. The front desk lady confirmed the stories but laughed, saying they don't seem to do that since digital cameras came along. She also told us about a woman who once owned the house. Guests staying in her room across the hall from ours often felt her sit on the bed at night. Others swore they heard footsteps in the hallway or doorknobs jiggling. Our room was full of antique charm. I wanted one of everything. I took a few photos of our space while Mom grabbed shots of the hallways. From the second floor balcony, we watched as tour guides stopped in front of the hotel, pointing out its ghostly reputation. My son decided to shine his flashlight toward them, trying to make it look like a spirit light. Mom and I leaned over the balcony, waving stiffly like mannequins. Silly? Absolutely. Fun? You bet. The Cornstalk's iron fence, according to my AI sidekick, Echo, is one of its most famous features. Built in the 1800s, it was commissioned by a homesick wife who missed the cornfields of Iowa. Today, it's one of the most photographed fences in the French Quarter, and one of the most whispered about when ghost tours stop by. Later that night, we wandered down Royal Street in search of dinner. New Orleans at night is colorful, to say the least. We passed drunks, performers, and even what looked like a brothel. My son's horrified reaction was priceless. Eventually, we found a pizzeria. The slices were massive, and he barely made it through one. We handed the leftovers to a homeless girl and her dog before we headed back to the hotel. That night, I set my digital camera on the fireplace mantle just in case a ghost felt like updating its technology. My son, he wasn't fazed at all. He drifted off to sleep like the hauntings were no big deal. We survived our first haunted night in New Orleans, but the adventure was just getting started. In the next episode, we step out into the French Quarter itself, both at night and in the early morning light. Hey, thanks for traveling back with me to where the stories begin. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me next time as the road winds on.